Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Russell Carlin, and this is my week 3 review video. And this week we didn't really have too much creativity that we could have put into our code just because it was very structured and laid out that what we had to have. So I really can't, show what I did for this week because I just did the requirements. So I will talk about my structure and how I laid out my functions and separated them. I have all of my implementation up to the top in the view did load, all right here, and it's all just in order. These are the variables that I use for the parameters in all of my functions. And then we got our implementation of the compare function, and it just checks to see if it's yes or no, and if it's yes, then it displays that they are equal, and if it's not, then it displays that they're not equal. Then we have the MS number for our add call, which is just set to the call of the add function, and then that's converted to the string using the formatting and the string value method here, and then it's just sent to the display. And then lastly, it is our append, and that's just in a string, and it ties them together through the call, and then it displays them. And then here is my add function, and I did them all in order, and I made the functions first, and I declared them and all that stuff, and the header file and all that. And then I actually did the implementation, and I looked to see what was done with them. So I just had a bunch of blank functions down here, which I just put them right below the view did load, and they're all just in order. I have my add here, then my compare, and then the append, and then here's the alert for the function to display alert. And so that was all pretty simple. Everything was explained pretty well this week. The only thing that I kind of wasn't sure about was in the rubric, which by the way, it's a lot easier to look through the rubric. I found a much easier, because I was kind of confused with my NS number, because I had this set to an int first, and then I turned the int into an MS number, and then I turned the NS number into an NS string, and then I looked through the rubric and realized that that's not how that was supposed to be done. So yes, the rubric is a lot more clear, but there was one thing, which was with the compare. On the instructions it said if they are equal, to display the message or whatever. And so at first I thought if they're not equal, then you don't display that. But then I looked through the rubric and it said to display the results, and it didn't say anything about if it's only equal. So I just put both of them. So regardless if they're equal or not, it'll always display a message, showing the results. So I guess that could have used a little more clarification, but I mean, it's not like a big deal because all I did was just add the second part to it. So things I could have done better were probably, I can run this just to show that it works, but things I could have done better were I'm not really sure, just because everything is very the requirements are very strict, they're structured, so I mean, if I got everything on there that I'm supposed to have, I guess I can't really, I guess I can do semantics a little better, just little nitpicking things, but as long as I have everything done, then I guess it's good. But then again, I might have missed something. I looked over it pretty closely, but I did also last week, and I missed something from last week. I missed the colors. I didn't have everything a different color, so I could miss that again. And just to show that, I'll do 5. So hello world is my 2 strings, the number is 10, which is 5 plus 5, and then 5 and 5 are equal. So it's all working, and I believe that is all for this week. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next week.